Whew, shit. Is it just me or is it hotter than a motherfucker outside? What's going on, y'all? Episode 6 of Soapbox Sunday. Today we're going to talk about how to approach women. I guess in the hopes of just trying to secure that number. That's really what we're doing today. This is not by any means a comprehensive list of things to do. But I'm just trying to help y'all out, man. I hear a lot of stories from young ladies talking about how guys like just act crazy. Just their approach, even the way they act when they get rejected. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Episode 6. Let's go.
Open the door, let me in. Teach us all, preach us in. Turn the cheek, let it slide. Killing 5 on the black hand side. The black hand side. Black hand side. Black.
When it comes to approaching young ladies, you have to remember the 3 A's. Assess, approach, and aftermath. When it comes to assess, you have to assess exactly what it is you're going to get yourself into. First off, check yourself. Make sure that your breath smells good. Make sure that you don't have a body odor. Make sure that you don't have any stains on your shirt. Make sure you don't have anything in your teeth. You know, just simple things that, you know, over the course of the day might have happened that you haven't picked up on. The last thing you want to do is, you know, approach a young lady and you're in her face and she's backing up because, you know, your breath is curling her eyelashes. Like you don't want that type of situation at all. You want to make sure everything about you is at least looking presentable. And then the second part of assessing is checking her surroundings. If she's around 6 of her homegirls, unless you are just one of those, you know, those guys who just have that supreme confidence, it's probably going to be an ugly situation if you try to bypass her homegirls trying to get to her. For one, and women don't take this the wrong way, but women like to throw shade at each other. So if you approach her and it's all her girls around, chances are they might try and do a little bit of cop block and they might try and hate a little bit. Like if it's her and her homegirl, that's a better situation. You need to check your eyes on that one. If she's alone, that's definitely prime situation for you. But yeah, if it's, you know, groups 6 to 8 and it's like all of them laughing and, you know, joking it up, you might want to wait till, you know, she's on her way to the bathroom or, you know, just a time when she's going to be off by herself. The most important part is going to be your approach. When it comes to the approach, what you want to keep in mind is you have a very small window to make a good impression. You're not going to have 20 minutes to talk her ear off and then that's going to get her going. You really got about 60 seconds to, you know, maybe 5 minutes at the most to really make a good impression. You want to be yourself and you want to be honest. And when I say be yourself, you can't come at her pretending to be somebody else. If you're not making $1 million, don't come at her like you make $1 million. If you're not a movie star, don't act like you're a movie star. You know, if you're a teacher, say you're a teacher. Be open and honest about the situation. You don't have to tell everything. You know, that's the big difference between being honest and just being too honest. You don't have to come out and tell her that you got 4 kids at home. Not that there's anything wrong with having kids. If you're telling somebody that off jump, it can be an issue. Now, I'm not saying you should never tell them. If you're talking about getting into a relationship with that young lady, obviously you need to, you know, give out that information. But you definitely be yourself. You definitely be honest about where you are in life, what you're going through, what you are trying to get to. Me myself, I'm not a big fan of lines. I just feel like when it comes to using lines, if it's really, really corny and it makes her laugh a little bit and it kind of plays up to your charm, by all means use it. Especially if it's worked before. Nothing wrong with that at all. But like if you are like really hoping that line gets you in the door, like you hoping that line's gonna impress her, I probably would advise against that. I don't think that's gonna really work out too well. Just don't say anything stupid in general. Like I hear so many things that guys say that are just like, they're not necessarily lines, but they're just silly shit. Oh, my Nubian queen, you're the one I've been waiting on. I just want to marry you. Like, B, you've known her 48 seconds. You've known her through a commercial and a half, and you're talking about you love somebody. That's a little much in my opinion. Make her laugh. Making a woman laugh is probably the easiest way to get yourself in the door. And when I say make her laugh, I don't mean make her laugh at you necessarily. Just making her laugh. Make a, you know, a small joke. Not you know, one that requires a comedian, you know, setup to tell her. Like you don't need, like I said, you have a very small window when it comes to impressing a woman. 2 minutes to set the joke up, probably not gonna work out for you. But yeah, make her laugh. That's usually the one thing I can, you know, depend on. I'm not Denzel, obviously. If I can make a woman laugh, chances are I can at least, keep the conversation going. You have to be ready for rejection. Even if they kind of feeling you, there's still a chance they can say no. My success rate is probably between 10 and 15%. That's so for every 10 women I hit on, I might get one number or 1.5 if like one is a midget or something. That wasn't a good joke. But y'all understand what I'm saying. You have to be ready for that. I have to be prepared for 9 women to tell me no. It just is what it is. And you can't take them personally because she doesn't know you. If she doesn't know you, she doesn't know anything about you, why would you be offended that she just doesn't want to give you her number off top? Like, the thing that I always hear is like, a guy approaches a young lady, she says no or she's not interested, and the first thing dude want to say is, yo, fuck you, bitch. I was just trying to fuck anyway. Your friend looks better. Like, come on, be. There's no reason to go to insults just because somebody told you no. They're well within their right to do that. So that's what you have to keep in mind. You can't take every rejection personally. You can't take every rejection like it's someone telling you you're not a good guy. It's just saying that she's not interested. Let me do a quick side note here for the ladies. Women, if someone approaches you and you're not interested, please say you're not interested. Saying that you have a boyfriend isn't going to necessarily make that person stop hitting on you. If a guy is anything like me, he could give a fuck about your boyfriend. If you don't have a problem with it, I'm not going to have a problem with it. So, telling me that you have a boyfriend just says, okay, there might be a small obstacle that could keep us from going where we're trying to go. Yeah, there's a guy who might get mad if he finds out that we had sex. And I'm fine with that because he's going to probably be mad at you. If he's mad at me, I mean, oh well, I don't have to answer to him. He's just another dude. The average guy is not going to care. He's still going to keep trying to hit on you. He's still going to keep trying to get at you until you tell him, no, I'm not interested. And lastly, aftermath. Aftermath is really just your follow-up to if you do happen to, successfully get that number or, that email or Twitter username or whatever it is that women give out these days. If you say that you're gonna call her, then call her or tweet her or at her or email her or send up a smoke signal, whatever it is that you two agreed on. Just make sure that you follow up to it. I mean, why wouldn't you put all this effort into trying to get the number? Why would you get the number and then not call? If you are going to call, don't wait until 2 weeks later. Who knows how many men she's been hit on by then? She might not even remember you. Make sure the call is, within a couple days. It doesn't have to be the same day. Please don't do it like within an hour. That makes you look mad thirsty. And there's nothing that I think women hate more than a thirsty guy. So take a couple sips of Aquafina and wait a day or two, and then hit her up and see what she's up to. Once you do hit her up, don't make the whole conversation about sex, because that's what she's gonna think you want. And I mean, if that is what you want, then I will hope you've already made that clear. But if you haven't, it's just going to make you look, a little suspect. Keep the conversation about her. Figure out what it is she likes, what she likes to do. Set up something that can make you look like an upstanding guy. A couple weeks ago, I said, I made an announcement about Smoking Word Wednesday. For the moment, that's been canceled. Well, maybe not canceled as much as pushed back. I actually got in contact with a good filmmaker friend of mine, and he's going to really set him up for me, make him look like the way I want it to look. And unfortunately, he's working on a project for most of the summer. So, if you were anticipating Spoken Word Wednesday, I apologize. I know I made this announcement and said it was going to be here then it wasn't. So, yeah, look for that probably around September. I do have something set up for the summer, though. Soapbox Sunday is only going to last this first season until about beginning of May. For the summertime, I have something really, really special for y'all. I hope y'all like it. It's going to be something that's just going to give you a little bit more insight into who I am. I'll make some more announcements about it as it gets closer to that time. And that's going to be it for this episode. Like I said, I always enjoy the love you guys show me. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Pass the video on to your friends, family, co-workers, girlfriends, ex-baby mamas, all that good shit. See you guys next week, man. Everybody have a great week.